Hello friends, welcome to Fantasy Realm Reads. Agatha Christie, known as the Queen of Crime, was a foundational writer of the detective novel. Her intricate plots, sprawling webs of clues, and twist endings have captivated readers for decades. With 66 detective novels, 14 short story collections, and several plays, Christie created iconic characters like Hercule Poirot and Miss Marple. Her work continues to endure, with new movies and thousands of ratings on Goodreads. Today, we explore the 10 Christie novels that Goodreads users love the most. These novels showcase her finest and most famous works, perfect for both longtime fans and new readers looking for a good mystery. Number 10. The Murder on the Links. This Poirot mystery begins when the detective receives a distressing letter from Paul Renaud, a wealthy businessman living in France who fears for his life. Upon arriving, Poirot and Captain Hastings discover Renaud brutally murdered, stabbed in the back, and buried in a shallow grave near a golf course. Naturally, the case quickly reveals itself to be highly convoluted, filled with dead ends and red herrings. Classic Christie. As with most of Poirot's adventures, this story is a light and enjoyable read, though some of the plot developments may seem a bit far-fetched. Number 9. The Body in the Library. The Body in the Library features the iconic Miss Marple in one of her most famous cases. The story begins when Colonel and Mrs. Bantry discover the body of a young woman, Ruby Keene, in their library. Ruby, a dancer at a nearby hotel, was last seen alive the previous evening. As the local police struggle to make headway, Miss Marple steps in with her unparalleled intuition. Our heroine soon uncovers a tangle of motives involving jealousy, greed, and a disputed inheritance. As usual, she relies on her keen understanding of human nature to crack the case, despite the skepticism of more analytical sleuths like Inspector Slack. Number 8. The Man in the Brown Suit. This adventure follows the spirited and resourceful Anne Bedingfield, who is catapulted into a world of danger and intrigue after witnessing a man's mysterious death in the London Underground and discovering a cryptic note. Her investigations take her to South Africa, where she meets the enigmatic man in the brown suit and unravels a smuggling ring. Anne's spunk and wit make her a captivating character, driving much of the story with her humor and determination. Number 7. The Mysterious Affair at Styles. The Mysterious Affair at Styles is the debut novel of the legendary Hercule Poirot series, marking the beginning of a literary phenomenon. In this riveting story, the mustachioed detective is summoned to Styles Court, a grand estate in Essex, to investigate a perplexing poisoning. Amidst a labyrinth of family secrets, financial motives, and personal grudges, Poirot relies on his sharp intellect and keen attention to detail to unravel the mystery. As a landmark in detective fiction, The Mysterious Affair at Styles introduces many defining elements of the genre, setting the stage for countless captivating tales to follow. Number 6. The ABC Murders. In the ABC Murders, Hercule Poirot faces one of his most challenging cases yet. A cunning serial killer is on the loose, selecting victims whose initials follow consecutive letters of the alphabet and leaving an ABC railway guide at each crime scene. The first victim is Alice Asher in Andover, followed by Betty Barnard in Bexhill, and then Sir Carmichael Clark in Churston. Poirot, with the help of Captain Hastings, races against time to prevent further deaths, but they have few leads to follow. Agatha Christie takes a more psychological approach with this story, exploring the complexities of the criminal mind. Number 5. Murder at the Vicarage. After appearing in several short stories, Miss Marple finally got a book of her own with Murder at the Vicarage. The quiet village of St. Mary Mead is thrown into turmoil when Colonel Prothero is found murdered in the vicar's study. Widely disliked for his harsh demeanor, the colonel leaves behind a plethora of suspects, each with a potential motive. Naturally, Miss Marple gets involved. While the mysteries in this story occasionally verge on the absurd, and some may find the conclusion anticlimactic, the well-written scenes more than make up for it. Number 4. Death on the Nile. Death on the Nile is one of the most celebrated Poirot stories, having been adapted twice for the big screen. The plot unfolds on a luxurious river cruise that turns tragic when wealthy heiress Lynette Ridgway is found murdered. Each character has a compelling motive, from Lynette's envious best friend to her husband's spurned lover. The exotic setting and the confined quarters of the ship create a tense and unforgettable atmosphere. Christie's skillful character development and the gradual reveal of clues invite readers to step into Poirot's shoes and solve the mystery alongside him. Number 3. Murder on the Orient Express. Murder on the Orient Express is another legendary work by Agatha Christie, mirroring the core concept of death on the Nile, but shifting the tension to a train journey from Istanbul to Calais. In this high-stakes setting, a wealthy man is found stabbed, while a snowdrift halts the train, trapping the murderer alongside their potential next victims. The book excels in its plot, delivering one gripping scene after another. The characters are delightfully larger than life, and the third act twist is both shocking and satisfying, serving as a well-earned payoff for the story's intricate build-up.
Perfect crime. Murder on the Orient Express.
Number 2. The Murder of Roger Ackroyd. Hercule Poirot returns in another thrilling mystery, this time investigating the murder of Roger Ackroyd, a wealthy man from the village of King's Abbot. Ackroyd's death follows closely after he discovers a troubling secret about his late fiancée. However, in an intriguing twist, the entire story is narrated by the village doctor, James Shepherd. Renowned for its inventive structure and the shocking revelation of the murderer's identity, this book stands as one of the most acclaimed mystery novels of all time. Number 1. And Then There Were None. And Then There Were None stands out as Agatha Christie's most commercially successful novel, with over 100 million copies sold, making it one of the best-selling books ever. It represents her masterful execution of the strangers trapped in a single location premise. The plot centers on 10 strangers lured to a remote island under various pretenses, only to be accused of past crimes by an enigmatic voice. As the guests are killed off one by one, according to a chilling nursery rhyme, they realize they are trapped in a deadly game. In this work, Christie truly excels, blending mystery with elements of outright horror.
Prisoners at the bar.
Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more captivating videos.